Hey friends, welcome back. I hope that you're having a great day today. And I told you all in one of my more recent videos that I wanted to start like a little mini series using all of these LA Color 6-pan eyeshadow palettes that I got from the Dollar Tree, like featuring them in different like get ready with me videos. So I'm going to be using this green one today. I used this the other day and I loved the eye look that I came up with. So we're just going to dive into this, and this is going to be a full face makeup look. So after I do the eyeshadow, I'm also going to do the rest of my face makeup, but first I'm just going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with the Milani eyeshadow primer. And these little LA Colors eyeshadow palettes that I got from the Dollar Tree, they are only $1.25 each. So if you're looking for like affordable eyeshadows, I think that these are really good. They can have a little bit of fallout, so I do like to apply the eyeshadow before I do my foundation. That doesn't really bother me. I mean, like for $1.25, like not a big deal. I mean, there are some other palettes that I have in my collection that cost way more than $1.25 that I still have to apply before I do my foundation if I don't want fallout. So first I'm going to go in with this blending brush. I got this out of an Amazon brush set. I'll have this link down below. And this little palette from LA Colors is in the shade Lucky. I'm just going to go in with the shade here. If I can link this palette down below, I will, but I know with some of the Dollar Tree makeup, it's not really listed online, so I can't really link certain things. But like I said, if I can link this eyeshadow palette, I will. If not, just go to your local Dollar Tree and you should be able to find it. And maybe I could even look up LA Colors and see if I could find to link it there. But just blending that shade on the crease. And this shade does have shimmer in it. It is not a completely matte shade. But at least for me, I feel like it looks okay in the crease. But if you have really mature eyelids, you might want to skip putting this in your crease and just opt for just like the same sort of shade, but just matte, like in your makeup collection. Like maybe you could use your bronzer or just any mid-tone warm matte brown that you have. Like if you own the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells, like that mid-tone brown in that palette would work really well. Then I'm just taking the flat pointed concealer brush in that same Amazon brush set, and I'm going to take some of the shade here. You could also use the sponge in this little palette, so maybe I'll just use the sponge. I think that's what I did last time actually when I did this makeup look, so I'm just going to use the little sponge. Get some of that dark color, and then I'm just going to pat it. That darker green, I'm just going to pat it right out here on the last part of the eyelid. But have any of you guys purchased these LA Colors eyeshadow palettes? Like, what are your thoughts on them? Do you like them as much as I do? Like, I would say that these are right on par with like Wet n Wild eyeshadows in my opinion. And then I'm just getting more of that dark green on the tip of the Sigma E25 blending. And I'm just going to blend this here in the outer V. And this green isn't like, I mean, it is intense, but it's got like a shimmer in it, so it doesn't look like super overpowering. I am going to go in with this other green. It's more of like a teal kind of green. Get a little bit of that also on the Sigma E25 blending. And I will clean up here in the outer V before I do the foundation, because like I am getting some fallout as you can see here. So that's why I would recommend to do the eyeshadow look before you do your foundation. Like I said, that's really like my only gripe about some of the darker shades in these LA Color eyeshadow palettes is just that initially when you're blending them out, they can have fallout. But once you get it on your eyelids, I don't have issues with having fallout throughout the rest of the day. And as long as you use a good eyeshadow primer, the eyeshadows will last all day as well without any creasing. Go back with the blending brush and some more of that first shade that I used in the crease, and I'm just going to go around the edge. Then I'm going to take the lightest green in this little palette, and I'm just getting some of that shade on the sponge. that comes in this little palette, and I'm just gonna place this green eyeshadow on the front part of the eyelid. Okay, next I'm going in with a makeup remover wipe, and I'm just gonna clean up the fallout before I apply my foundation. Just kind of clean up the edge out here as well of the eyeshadow. It's kind of sharpening it up if I got like the eyeshadow down a little too far. I'm just gonna go ahead and apply my skincare real quick, and then I will come back and we'll go ahead and get started on the foundation. For my foundation today, I'm just gonna be using the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi Skin Tint, and I'm gonna be mixing these two shades together, 118, or Lumi Matte. I just called this the Skin Tint. This is their Lumi Matte foundation, and I'm gonna be mixing 110 and 118. I'm kind of like in between shades right now. And I know right now this eyeshadow probably looks a little bit crazy. Anytime I ever do my eyeshadow before my foundation, I always feel that it looks a bit weird until I get my foundation and the rest of my makeup on. But it will all come together and make sense in the end. But yeah, I wanted to use this Lumi Matte foundation today without a luminous primer underneath. I know most of the times whenever I use this foundation, I think I was telling you guys that in one of my last Get Ready With Me videos, that whenever I use this foundation, I normally like to pair it with a Lumi primer, but I just want to try it without that today, especially since like the weather's starting to warm up a little bit more. I just find like in the warmer months, my skin tends to get like a little bit more oily. So I feel like I can get away with like not using a Lumi primer underneath of this and still have like a luminous finish, just because like my natural oils start coming through a little bit more this time of the year. And for my concealer, I'm just going to be using the E.L.F. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Just do a few little dots. And the shade that I'm using in this, I think is like medium sand or light sand. I can't really tell. Okay, and then to set everything, I'm going to use a little bit of the Maybelline Super Stay Hybrid Powder Foundation. Just want to add just a little bit more coverage. So I'm just going to pat this on with my E.L.F. flat top brush. And I know this looks a little bit matte right now, but like once I do my setting powder, it will bring a little bit more of that luminous glow back to the face. And then to set the under eyes, I'm just going to use the L'Oreal Infallible Blurfiction powder. I'm just slightly brushing that on with my Sigma F35. All right, to moisturize my lips, I'm just going to use my Vaseline Rosy Lips. Off camera, I went ahead and filled in my eyebrows, and I just used the E.L.F. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil and then just like the E.L.F. Wow Brow. So I'll have like the shades that I use listed in the description box. I'm gonna take some of the shade right here, and I'm just gonna put that here in the inner corner of the eye. Then I'm gonna take some of the yellow, and I'm just gonna get that on my finger, and I'm gonna lightly just kind of put that right in the center of the lid. It's just gonna highlight just a little bit. I don't know if you really can see the difference between the two eyes. I mean, it's not like a huge difference, but it does add a little bit of dimension to the eye look. And I'm gonna skip doing any eyeshadow on the lower lash line, but you could totally do that and like smoke that out if you wanted to. I just kind of like how sharp and lifted everything looks. So that is it for the eyeshadow. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the face makeup. And to bronze, I'm gonna use this Glow Up Contour from Be Pure. I got this at the Dollar Tree as well. And I've actually really been enjoying this product. So just gonna do some dots right here. And I'm using this brush, which I also got out of that same Amazon brush set that I got like the eyeshadow brushes out of. But I think that this color is just so pretty. It looks really natural. It blends out super easily. And this is in the shade light medium, because I know they make a couple of different shades in this. But it just blends out easily. I don't know, I just really like that product. I mean, it's just crazy how many like good products I have gotten from the Dollar Tree recently. Like, don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. Like, there's definitely some good hidden gems there. And I definitely feel like this product and also the eyeshadows are some hidden gems. I'm going to use like a few other products that I also got at the Dollar Tree to complete this look. But one of you guys were asking me if I've had any issues with like the Dollar Tree makeup like breaking me out, and I have not had any issues with that. Just gonna add a little bit more. I think that's why I really like this product, is some of the liquid bronzers are almost a little bit too intense. And this color is just so soft and easy to work with. Like, the shade is just like a soft bronzer. So I've been enjoying just like applying this and then going over top of it eventually with like a, oh my gosh, that bird was so loud, with a powder bronzer just to set it and just like intensify the bronze look. But you could totally stop here with the bronzer. But I have been enjoying using this bronzer, which I also got at the Dollar Tree. Like, I've really been loving this Dollar Tree makeup. But I'm just going to use my Sigma F30. And I'm just going to set the bronzer, which you don't necessarily need to set that liquid bronzer. But like I said, I've just really been enjoying a very bronzy look, especially with this green eyeshadow. I just think it looks really pretty. And this bronzer does have like a slight golden sheen in it, which doesn't bother me, but I don't know if you can kind of see it there. But it does have like a little bit of a glow built into the bronzer, a golden glow. Just gonna bronze up my jawline and my neck a little bit. And then take what's left and bronze my nose. Okay, and then for the blush, I'm gonna use the Ioni liquid blush in Rosette. This was also another Dollar Tree find. Such a beautiful coral. Like, the wand on it is very similar to like the E.L.F liquid blushes. So I just put some here on the back of my hand. And then I'm just gonna dab it around with my blush brush just to get it evenly distributed on the brush. And then I'm just gonna tap it here on the cheeks. And like, look at how pretty that color is. I just love a good coral, either like bright coral or like pink coral with green eyeshadow. I just think it looks so pretty. And like, I haven't had any issue, like this lasts all day long. Like, this and the bronzer, the eyeshadow, like all of it lasts really well for being $1.25. So then I'm just gonna go back with my makeup sponge, tap around the edges. And then for the highlight, I'm using another Dollar Tree makeup item. This is that Be Pure Glow Up highlighting or highlighter. It's like in the same packaging as that contour. And I'm just gonna do a couple dots of that there. You could use your finger to like pat this out like that, or you could also use a brush. Like I'm going to use my blush brush here just to kind of help to blend it with the blush a little bit. And then to set everything, I'm just using the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. For my mascara, I just used several coats of the Maybelline Lash Sensational, which is my all-time favorite mascara. For the lips, I wanted to use the Be Pure Silky Lip Cream, also another Dollar Tree makeup item. And I wanted to pair it with like a lip liner because I was telling you guys that I think I would like this a little bit better on me with a lip liner. So I'm trying to figure out what lip liner I want to use. And I think I'm just going to use this, I think I'm going to use the Revlon Color Stay in Nude. And then I'm just going in with the Be Pure Silky Lip Cream, and this is in the shade Soft Rose. So yeah, I think I do like this lipstick a little bit better with a lip liner just because that color in Soft Rose is like a little too light. And I found that like with the lip liner, it just kind of makes it look a little bit better on me. Like I don't look as washed out, but like the texture on this lipstick is really good. It reminds me of the formula of the L'Oreal Color Riche lipsticks, or maybe even like the Revlon Super Lustrous. I feel like it's kind of more like the L'Oreal Color Riche. Like it has a little bit more of like a thicker feel on the lips. Like it feels really moisturizing. So I'm just taking my hair out of the clips, which is, I have second day hair, but this is what the finished makeup look looks like. And you would not be able to tell that I'm wearing a lot of Dollar Tree makeup items today. And I love that little eyeshadow palette. I just think this is such a pretty green eyeshadow look. So if you guys did enjoy this, give this video a thumbs up and let me know which of these little palettes you'd like to see a tutorial on next. Like I've got this little pink one in Playful. I also have this one in Almost Nude. And then this one here in Fling. So the other two, which in Night Out, I always want to call it Haute, but I think it might be Oat. This is how it's spelled. But I've done looks with this one and Night Out. So I will link those videos down below if you'd like to see like the eyeshadow looks I've created with these. I absolutely love these two palettes for like an everyday eyeshadow look. So anyway, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this, give this video a thumbs up and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.